Yeah, let's get it. Saturday night, baby. Saturday night, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Yeah, I don't know about the hat, huh? Nah, I don't think the hat works. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I don't think that. Okay, the real beginnings. The real beginnings with this quiet music. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and calling yourself Crypto Lifers. I appreciate y'all. And thank you for being here. I'm the Crypto Lifer. You are the Lifers. And thank you for jumping on in. Welcome to the life. And the short, going to the downside. The 4 hour on the short doesn't look good. Trying to play this 1 hour pump to the upside. Looking like we may get a little love, but it could just be an up and down movement here before a downside pump. A little bit of bearish divvy there too on the short. Interesting. 1 hour does want to pump, but it doesn't mean it's guaranteed. 1 hour could pump to the upside here on a short for Solana. First thing I'm looking at, okay? To start off the day, let's take a look at bitty old Bitcoin. 35,300, trying to pump out of this move. What I don't like is we're not breaking this previous high and we're getting high on the 1 hour overbought. To me, starting to show signs of a break to the downside. So I'm weary right now tonight. Saturday night, low liquidity. Bitcoin could drop down out of here, right? There's two small ideas. The measured move is all the way down to 31,500 basically, but we could see maybe half that somewhere like here to 33,391. However, I do see some downside coming with this overbought 1 hour. Look at the last overbought 1 hour we had. We were right here. Same scenario. We pumped up to the upside. Up to the upside. There was a previous high to the left. We couldn't break it. We wicked to it. Dumpage. Made an M. That's an M pattern and we would dump. We have a previous high here. We're pumping up to the upside. We doubled up. Try to do it both times. Even this is a mini version of this. See? Because you have a left up. You try to make the higher high. You couldn't. Higher high here. You couldn't. Dump to the downside. Shout out to everyone here kicking it with me on a Saturday night. I love you all, each and every one of you, for coming on in on a Saturday mother effing night. Thank you for being here. We're going over Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, every single day. What could save us, but it doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Let's take a look at this 15-minute inverted. 15-minute inverted. You got yourself a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder there. Could break to the upside. Okay? Could break to the upside. The inverted head and shoulder to the upside. Okay. Also, we like to get stuck back up to the 200-day moving average when we're getting above the 50 and the 21. Could Bitcoin have double bottomed here? Also, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. I don't want to get everybody's hopes up, but look at this. An Adam and Eve. Is it? I'm the first one to say it. I haven't seen anybody in my group. An Adam and Eve double bottom. Is it not? Let's get rid of the head and shoulders for a second. An Adam and Eve double bottom for Bitcoin. By golly gee, oh my, a known pattern that could maybe get us out of the bajumbadoo. Some could say that we already did it though. Like this was similar to an Adam and Eve here. And it said no way. You know? These are more of a same bottom, though. So I got to give it to that, as this level has been tested twice here, 34,000. We did bounce off it all the way back to 35K. So idea of a possible inverted head and shoulder here. What I don't like is the Stokes aren't really working for you. What I mean is the 15-minute could pop and give you some movement up. I think you could get this, suck some longs in. But then overall downtrend, you know, because then that's going to kick in down, and the 1 hour still wants to flow to the downside, right? So we'll see. Nothing's guaranteed, but, you know, we're watching it very, very closely here on the 1 hour. Once the 1 hour comes low, by tomorrow morning, I'd say by 8 or 9 in the morning, the 1 hour and the 4 hour are going to be ready to go. And we could see a reverse rally here for Bitcoin. It looks like a V-shaped recovery all the way back up here. So we could see some type of crazy recovery back into this. All we really need, truly, I'll be honest with everybody, in the big scheme of things, okay? In the big old scheme of things, is to break back up into this pattern. Break back into this trend line. What we don't want to see is a bearish retest of this trend line. Okay? So we zoomed in, I showed you the little things. I don't want to change that, so I'm going to use a different chart just to show you what I'm looking at. But here, and you know what? We could say that we're still in the pattern. Honestly, look at this. Look at that. Technically 1, 2 touches is the bare minimum for a pattern, but 2 touches in the bottom of the pattern. We're still in this down, up, down, up, down. Come on up. And then can we break up? I'm not all bearish. We are at a resistance point too that we've seen before. But if we break this, we're coming back down, highly likely to a macro level here at 29K. And then we start talking about 30K resistance. Okay. But we hit the beautiful short on the measured move. It was absolutely gorgeous. Yesterday was an amazing trade. If anyone took it with us, we opened it at the beginning on the live stream. I opened it live and that thing would just open at 209. I think the top of it would be 280. You would make about 71 points on 21 points on 209 points, right? Which ain't bad. I mean, it's about 30% gains. I mean, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. On a horrible day too as well. On a leverage trade. 3x leverage. I don't like to trade more than 3x leverage. I don't like to go too hard on the levy, as you can see. So this is another just hypothesis, and I'm not trying to say it's guaranteed, but this idea that this could be the head and the inverted head and shoulder here. Last time I did it, it played out somewhat, but we'll see. This is an idea. The only reason is the 4-hour does want to come back to the upside. The daily's oversold. The 3 days oversold extremely. The weekly even says enough is enough. The weekly says I'm coming back for more. You know, we zoom out of everything. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat from Tori McFarland. And watch it hit the jar like bang. Bang. Look at that. I love it how it bounces around like that. Isn't that so cool? How does it do that? It's like metaverse, kind of, right? It's very metaverse-esque. Because it's there, but it's not there, but it's real. But it's not real, but it's real. And you can actually change the way it affects by doing it. You can send in a super chat and you can change the movement of my balls. Do you want to move my balls around? Come on in and send in a super chat and move those balls around. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. What did I say? I'm talking about the balls in the jar. What? Why you got? Oh my gosh. You people, man, I'm telling you. Go to church, say 7 Hail Marys. If you're Muslim, pray 6 times today instead of 5. And if you're Jewish, read the Torah and go see your grandma if she's still with us and tell her your sins. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one. And if you're neither of those 3, just pray. Just pray. All right. And if you, I don't know what else to say. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Today I have something interesting. I want to teach. I want to talk. I want to break down what's happening with Bitcoin on a grand scale. All right. I want to get into the real reason why I'm here in cryptocurrency and what's really happening. Okay. Hail Mary is my jam. Shout out to Holy Fans. We're talking about double bottoms, I suppose. Talking about balls next is reasonable. Sam, smart man, this dude. Jordan song. SHIB showing some signs of life. Shout out to Tori McFarland for the $2 super chat. SHIB showing signs of life. I was just about to say, nah, I'm playing a good catch. 100K Bitcoin. Just kidding. I feel like Monday will bring a deeper dip. Hey, ooh. Definitely going to be good luck. I always follow my angel numbers. I'm eating ramen every day just not to spend money so I can buy. Make sure it's good ramen, though. Some of that stuff is really bad for you. It could kill you. Seriously, man. Be careful. Better just eating a mango a day. Team Hoodie. Shout out to everyone here. Yeah, shout out to Rude Limit. You know, Rude Limit sent me this hoodie. Representing Rude Limit. Go check them out. Rude Limit, baby. Check them out. It's the best way to show. Oh, like that, yeah. Rude Limit. It's a nice plug for the dude. He sent me this hoodie, made it for me. You know, I got to plug him out a little bit. The Crypto Lifer. Okay, so holding 35, nice little dump. This is a falling wedge, 68% chance of break to the upside. And we have stochastics low. We've already gone into the smaller idea. Let's double click and like have them. You know, that's what I could do. Hold on. Well, I don't do that. I should do that a lot more. Here's our weekly for Bitcoin. And when I recreate this Solana chart, honestly, look what I see. Are you ready for this? This is just the short on Solana. I got two things that could possibly blow your mind. But that's a possible coupe de handle. Samuel Cup and Handle, or Sammy Cup and Hattie, however you want to call me. Every day on the channel, I draw a cup and handle. Every single day on the channel, I do the same things. I'm an obsessive compulsive trader who does the same things over and over again. If you want to learn my trading style, if you want to learn what I'm doing, it's a combination of other people's trading styles and mine, and then a bunch of the other things that I've just learned in the charts. If you want to learn what I'm doing, jump on in. Jump on in. And I have a great way. Some people are like, you know what? I can't do all this TA stuff. He's dancing all around the screen. But you know what? I have a beginner's course for you. Yes, I do. I knew you were waiting for it. I have a beginner's course Tuesdays from 3 to 5 to break it down and show you what's happening so you can change your life. It's all about financial freedom to me. It's all about taking control of your life. It's all about providing for your family, doing something different, right? My extraction team, I want to extract this. This is an important thing I want to talk about here. Had a little vision today, but let's get ready. Get ready to extract this, my team. I got something to break down and go over, okay? Paulie Swarm did well earlier today. Shout out to Joe for the $20 super chat, sending some movement. He's moving my balls around. Joe, thank you so much for moving the balls in the jar. That's very nice of you. They'll come in a second, I believe. It's a little late. Joe, that's so nice of you. I appreciate it. Hi, I'm the Crypto Lifer. Thank you for coming to any one of my social media channels and finding out about me. I want to tell you about my life and how I changed my life. And now I can do whatever I really please and go where I want and provide for my family. I had bosses that used to tell me where to be, used to call me into their offices, used to point at me, made me feel horrible. It was the worst feeling in the world. I used to never go anywhere. I didn't travel. My wife would beg me to take her places. Now I recently got to go wherever I wanted. Florida, right? Seeing sunsets. This is me and my family hanging out, making snowmen out of sand at one of the most beautiful beaches in Sarasota, staying and eating at the most high-end restaurants, renting a pool, having my kids with me all the time, and working while I was there. I made trades while I was there. I worked with my trading group. I had a blast, and I didn't miss a day on my YouTube channel. I met people that were also part of my YouTube trading group and that had joined my other trading group exclusively. It was amazing. I saw sunsets, I ate dinners at the highest end restaurants, and I had a blast. This is a life that you would love to live. I'm telling you right now, if you're working a 9 to 5, if you have a family that you would like to provide for, if you have a wife you would love to dine and take out and show her the world, there's nothing better than watching your family thrive and be happy. I'm telling you, this is why I trade for a living. This is why I do what I do. And if you come to my channel every single day, you're going to see a man who works every single day to make it happen. I'm a life coach of sorts. I'm also a trader. Come on in and join my trading group. Change your life for the better for $99 a month. You won't find a more positive, energetic, consistent, disciplined, and more desired group to be around. We are here to change your life. Come on in. I want you to become a lifer today. All right. I just had to do that. Had to plug that, because it's real. Like, I've changed my life with trading, and I've gotten to do things I never thought possible. I've even been able to help friends and family. Like my dad, so many things come from following your dreams and doing what makes you happy. And you end up becoming a better person for all the people in your life and that are around you when you follow your dreams. You really do. You really do. I'm just putting that lemon in my lemon water, as you know I do. Okay. So we were split screen. I don't know why it changes the split screen when I'm trying to Okay, so we were going to look at BTC on the smaller time frame, Binance, and have the left screen here. So we could just kind of go down to brass tacks. We do see an inverted head and shoulder there. Okay, look at that. All right. And like as I said before, possible Adam and Eve double bottom. Clear. Look, there's your bottom here. And this is a known pattern. There's your Adam, which also was an inverted head and shoulder, if you can see that, but and there's that. So that's what's called, and you can check this out, Adam and Eve double bottom. If you didn't know, now you do. You learn something new on this channel every single day. Go to the pattern site, a great place to learn. I believe I can stick this into the comment section. This is an amazing place to learn, my friends and family. Jump on in here. Bam. Bam. Gotta put the honey in the lemon water. Yo, I never really do that. Funny. I usually just sip on the honey. I just sip the honey, like. Be Well Honey, local raw Be Well Honey out of Pembroke, Mass. Shout out to Pembroke, Massachusetts. You gotta eat honey that's local to your fauna. Pembroke's about 20-30 minutes away. It's good enough. That works. Got a 3-year plan to leave my work and do my own thing. I like what you just said, a 3-year plan. It took me about 4 years when I got really serious about it. Bitcoin will never go above 50K again. Vitalik Buterin. This guy. Best channel to follow and watch for your crypto knowledge and needs. Shout out to Rude Limit. Thank you for coming on in, man. You're the man, dude. I learned so much from the show and the course. This is the best crypto channel, period. Shout out to SR. Thank you for saying that, man. Please, could you respond to my message, or do I have to super chat? Probably will have to super chat because it's a lot easier for me to see what you're saying. Shout out to Tori McFarland for the SHIB show Inside the Life. We're taking a look at Shiba Inu. And let's take a look at Joe talking about Polyswarm. Thank you, Joe, for putting Polyswarm on the radar. And look, this is the Adam and Eve double bottom. You see it there? You have your sharp Adam, then you have your Eve. Double bottoms up to the upside. Adam and Eve double bottoms bull market results. 17 out of 39. Break-even failure 12%. Average rise 43%. Throwback rate 67%. Percentage meeting rate 69%. So 69% of the time it hits the 43% gains. The Adam and Eve double bottom confirmation. You have to crack that line. So let's take a look at that. That's the confirmation we're looking for. Is this, we got to break this level here. So that would be the confirmation. Okay. What's good about it is we do have an inverted head and shoulder here that could break us to the upside. I'm bearish and bullish because, you know, we could see a little momentum push up and that could get us out. At the same time, if we really don't break a higher high than here and here, these are the two levels we need to break through, which is 36,600 and about 37,161. We got to break through those levels. We can't break through those levels. We get rejected back to the downside. Okay, so highly likely we get rejected back to the downside. We don't break through these bigger levels. Also, the 200-day moving average coming into play on the 15-minute there. Overbought extremely on the 1 hour. I don't see how we don't roll over. Again, anything is possible. They could be just trying to liquidate shorts again, yank us right back up. But this just looks, you know, very bearish to a rollover. The last time we were up here on the 1 hour, as I showed you, the last 2 times. Let's talk about it. Here we were high on the 1 hour. Wasn't even a big time frame. It was the 1 hour. We were right here. Why is that doing that to me? Let me draw it. We were right there. We were high. Look, massive dump. Because when this high came out, we couldn't really break this previous high here. See these levels here? When you can't break a previous high. No, I hate this. This is when it gets stuck. There's one glitch in TradingView. You like grab something the wrong way and it look, I'm on the plus sign, but it thinks I've tried before to get out and it usually will stick on there. Even if I get back to that other chart, let's see. Yeah, see? It's like, it's crazy. You gotta like completely reload. It's horrible. And I was in the zone right there. That upsets me. It takes me a lot to get in the zone where I'm at right there. And I had the 2 screens going. I was cooking. You know, it is what it is though. Things happen. Just gotta take a breather and move on. All right. There's the smaller time frame. I liked what we had over here though. Look, BTC USD. Coinbase on the left. Weekly chart. Didn't save my work, did it? It has to. Why? I hit auto. What was it doing? Showing me something from like back in the past. All right, cool. So there's our weekly cup and handy, right? Sammy cup and handy still there. You know, I've even seen the handle a little lower than the cup, but usually not. But still intact. Okay. We're extremely overbought on the tether dominance. That says it wants to bounce back. We should get a bit of a bounce there. Bigger time frames suggesting a bounce back. Nothing's guaranteed though. I don't want everyone to guarantee excitement here. All right, back to our 1 hour idea. Let's zoom in. This is the thing about this channel. I give you the wide range. Like we're down in here, zoomed in the 1 hour. You can't even see where we are here. Like if you were to zoom out. But I give you all the ideas here. I give you the inside and outside ranges. The bigger and the smaller picture. So you can see what's going on. The smaller idea will eventually break you out of the bigger eye. You know, that's how it works. Okay. So this 15 minute is overbought, still trying to pump out. It's like they're just short hunting at this point. But I believe we're going to see a pullback. But if we don't, we don't. We could even go, there's a chance, if we're bullish, we go sideways. Like I've said before. If we're bullish, we go sideways. Actually starting to pump. Look at this. Bitcoin's starting to pump. Shorts are getting liquidated. That's what's happening. Shorts are getting liquidated. This is trying to pump. However, it's trying to break this high. And we're extremely overbought. It'll be, you know, the only thing is the inverted head and shoulder suggests we could pop. So pattern traders would trade this. They won't see the Stokes. And so that's the one thing that could get us to the upside. Is the pattern traders see the inverted head and shoulder, they play this. Or this Adam and Eve double bottom to the upside. These are two very bullish patterns that could break us up. But we got to break the neckline and continue to move, right? So this is Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. I still believe it's going to head to the downside, and we're in a bit of a bear pennant here. That's not what I believe, but I'm going by the probability of the charts, the high stochastic. Last 2 times in a row, that 1 hour was vicious to us. This is funny. I gotta go back. I just tried to play like this dude named Kid. He played a bunch of drum and bass. Next thing you know, like the songs. This is just, the genres are funny here. I'm gonna try some drum and bass for a while. See how it rocks out for us. To me, that's not really drum and bass. Like drum and bass is just, yeah, real fast. It's all right. It's a little quick. Shout out to Grace for getting me into crypto, and a big thank you to Crypto Lifer. Hold up. Rude Limit got Grace got you in, and then you sent the hoodie? Oh, wow. I didn't know you were in Grace's family, in Grace's kin. Amazing. $10 super chat from the Rude Limit Man. Shout out to Grace for getting me into crypto, and a big thank you to Crypto Lifer for all the knowledge. I highly recommend his membership program. Definitely worth it, dude. You're the man, dude. Much respect again to Rude Limit, hooking me up with the hoodie. And he sent me this hoodie back for Christmas. Felt like I've had it for 7 months already. Thank you so much for the love, man. I appreciate it. Saturday Night Love. It's hoodies on Saturday and Sunday nights. It's the Intimate Family streams. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. I was just asking if you ever seen Fuse or Oral. Your thoughts on them. I have seen Fuse. I haven't seen Oral. I like Fuse. Fuse are pretty good. I was vibing though. Sounds like some vibes Sonic would run to. Right? I'm here, but I'm not. Shout out to Rodney Robinson doing his thing. Love you, brother. So this is Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. Rodney, we're learning what is the Adam and Eve double bottom. If you've never heard of it, it's a pointed triangle with a rounded bottom. I see an inverted head and shoulder. Inside of that, possible break to the upside. What could keep Bitcoin bullish is if it stays inside this bull pennant while the 1 hour resets. If that happens, I would close my shorts. Nope. Oh, that doesn't sound right. I would close my shorts and get on out of there. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. There's so many words here. Double bottoms, cup and handy, you know, bounce to the upside. You know, I just blow off top. Like, it's just it's too much. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, man. He's like a cup in handy and a blow off top, man. So this is like a kids rated show. We're just talking of, these are actual terms that are used in cryptocurrency. Please don't get the wrong idea here. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. That's a cool hoodie. Shout out to Chelsea B. Is that some hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin Weekly? Maybe you went over it, but just tuning in. There's slight hidden bullish divergence, because you could swing up to swing up here, and you could swing down to swing down. That is hidden bullish divergence telling you the trend will continue to the upside. With the mountainous top, it tells you that the trend should continue to the upside. Hidden bullish divergence. Neo, can it reach its all-time high of 129? I don't know, Ninja Guy 420. It's possible. It's possible. Let's take a look at Polly Swarm for Joe and the $20 Super Chat. Joe, thank you so much for the love. That's so nice of you. And I'm just going to go back to the way I keep it, because this music is weird. Just going to go back to this music keeps me real, keeps the show going. Super Chat Shiba Inu. Yeah, we got to take a look at SHIB too. Solana was in a cup in hand. I was looking at these shorts earlier. Not playing out perfectly so far. Bitcoin getting signs of strength here at 35,300. Can Bitcoin pump to the upside? Can we get some love? Could this be a bottom? Have we seen max pain? I mean, that was max pain. In my humble opinion, that was max pain. And, you know, I just felt we hadn't seen max pain yet. I tell everyone too, if you're just watching the channel, or if you don't have a chance to watch the channel, and you're not ready to join yet, the one thing that you can do is you can just look at the dang thumbnails. I'm telling you right now, they're prophetic as all business. Look, Bitcoin, you need to see this. You're like, oh, what do I need to see? You know, you should watch that, right? But weekly candle close, alts explodes, like huge move coming for Bitcoin. I was showing you the signs that there was a huge move coming for Bitcoin. Warning, Bitcoin price at crucial levels, meaning it was probably highly likely to break to the downside. Max pain ahead 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 38K coming, right? Huge jump. Now what? I mean, now we're here, but max pain ahead, warning, crucial levels. These alone were just foretelling you ideas that there was max pain ahead at crucial levels. Okay? Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and calling yourself crypto livers. So this is the zoom in. We're going to watch this 1 hour. We're going to watch what we see here. And we're going to watch closely this Adam and Eve double bottom here. However, we're overbought on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. I would never open a trade there. 9 out of 10 times, if I open a trade there, I get beat to it gets hit. So I'd be careful. One thing I do see, though, which is interesting. One thing I do see, Peter Ducey, that's funny. One thing I do see is swing up to swing up. And like a swing down to swing down. Like that right there is some hidden, that's some bullish divergence there. Yeah, you're right. Then it slants down, but it doesn't slide down as much. It's about Class C. That's Class C bullish divergence. And this is bullish divergence here. For sure. On the 1 hour. However, we got it there. See? We got it there, and the downtrend still ate us alive on the 1 hour. Okay? So how I do it, like I'm telling you before, because you could be like, well, it looks the same. And so why it looks the same is, like I keep telling everyone, and we went over today on the weekly screen share. We had a private weekly screen share that lasted 3 hours today, from 10 to about 1 p.m. And it was in depth. And I recorded it, and it's up, and a link is there for my patrons. We do it once a week. We do a private weekly screen share. I give you everything I have. I went deep inside into following a trend, understanding trends, watching it. I thought it was one of the best breakdowns I've seen in a while, just like for the time, for what we're going through. And also like some of my personal strategies that I do. Again, not financial advice. I don't tell anyone what to do with their money, but I just led into what I've been doing throughout the time with Bitcoin, and how I've been, watching the market and what I believe is a possible idea for where the market could go. Possible bullish divergence, we pump to the upside. That doesn't mean anything if you don't make a higher high. Bullish divergence is cool. If you're a swing trader, it's cool. It'll give you the swing trade. It gave you the 3% and leverage. You could get your 9 a day. I mean, it's good enough. It works. You get what I'm saying? So, okay. But what I mean is for the overall trend, we just need more. We need more. However, we do see the bit of the Adam and Eve double bottom, and we do see the possibilities of this shoulder, head, and shoulder breaking to the upside. What doesn't get me too excited is this extremely overbought 15-minute that does need to come to the downside, or the 1 hour, I'm sorry, that does need to come to the downside, and the extremely overbought 15-minute that does need to come to the downside. So watching these closely, you know, again, how do you negate this idea? Well, you negate this idea when Bitcoin somehow creates a higher high, or this creates a bull pennant here that breaks to the upside, you know, tomorrow morning or tomorrow around like 9, 10 in the morning. After this oscillates all the way back down, usually takes 9 to 10 hours, depending. So I've seen it take 16, I've seen it take 6. It depends. Somewhere the average is 8 to 11. I'd say 9 to 10 hours. That's why I said 9 to 10 hours, somewhere in the middle there. So this is what I'm watching for Bitcoin, and I'll keep my patrons updated with an alert here, right there. So when this alert goes off, I keep everyone updated with what's happening, what's going on. I keep the alerts going on. So, and I teach my groups about how to set alerts, how to use TradingView to your advantage so you can maximize its potential and you can get the best out of it. There's so much here to use and so much that people don't do with it. Setting alerts will change your life. You can't sit there and stare at a chart every single day, all day long. You need to set alerts, okay? Okay. Now, today we're going to talk about a man called Mike Maloney who changed my life, right? Because today's a big deal. You can see why Bitcoin will win is the title of today's video. And this is an expose today. Like, this is today is a bigger than just going over coins and charts. Today's a day we really look over a lot of bigger ideas. Let me take a look at SHIB so I don't hurt anybody's feelings. Make sure my man, and D. Kennedy might be lurking. D. Kennedy might be lurking too, and you know he loves. So look, you know what's interesting is SHIB broke out of the pattern that Bitcoin's kind of in now. Kind of like an inverted head and shoulders, slight, you know, it's kind of the Adam and Eve, like there's your Adam and Eve cup and handle. And SHIB broke out, like it's kind of saying, does that mean Bitcoin will follow this? Like, you know, you never know. I'm just suggesting SHIB, and then SHIB broke the previous high and it broke, see the confirmation. So look at this. You do have a bit of a Adam and Eve double bottom here. The bottom should be as even, okay? So it's not perfect. If you zoomed in perfectly, you have a tiny there, and you'd have a cup and handle too. Like, there's your cup. There's your handle. Right? Measured move, boom. Crazy, right? But you know, some could say slanted Adam and Eve double bottom. You could go like that. Bit of an ascending triangle that it formed, right? Which they're bullish patterns to me. Even they say they're bilateral, but like I see them break out more times than they don't break out. So interesting. So SHIB gets some love. And then it even breaks through previous resistance right here. That's a good sign for Shiba Inu. Breaking back up to the upside. But again, we have a long way to go until I start calling anything bullish. We have a long way to go. Okay. We're also overbought, and it looks like we could come to the downside here on the 1 hour. So watch out for that. Let's see how bad the retracement is and see where we bounce from. I'm all about the bounce. I want to see where we bounce from. That's the most important thing, okay? Let's take a look at Poly Swarm, okay? On CoinEx is the only place you can get this thing. NCT Poly Swarm. Maybe there's another chart to look at it. Let's see here. Poly Swarm. Not a huge fan of the project myself. I don't know much about it. NCT up 34% today. Interesting. Has an Ethereum contract address. It's on Coinbase. Okay, cool. NCT. Let's see this thing. Bring back the music just for a little bit here. But I got something, guys, we really need to go over. Guys and gals, something we really need to go over together as a team. So take a look at this here. That is forming a bit of a bull flag, showing signs of life compared to the rest of the market. Let's see how it breaks out. Has some more sideways action before it gets a pump, but we'll watch it. Supported by the moving averages, possibly find a bottom, getting a higher low, NCT. Okay. Coming to the downside is getting overbought on the 1 hour. How's that 4 hour looking? More important. See, when the 4 hour is not in my favor, it's tough. Wait that out until they both rip, you know. You might get a slight pump on the 1 hour, but you got to watch it. The 4 hour is just not there for you. When you're fighting bigger time frames, you got to just, you'd rather them both be ready to rock, and then you can take advantage of the smaller one. Just something to think about, right? Total market cap went all the way down to 1.6. Can you believe that? Let's look at the levels that we've been watching for the last few months together. What is this total if you're new to the channel? What am I talking about? You probably have no clue. Total market cap, okay? There's Bitcoin. There's Bitcoin dominance. There's total 2 and 3. Total is the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency. We got to a beautiful high here at one point at like 2.73 trillion, basically. Like, we breached here at $2.98 trillion. And then we continue to bounce off some levels. We were showing signs of life here. This is our secondary higher low. I thought we were breaking out of a giant cup and handle. We came here when we got rejected by this 2 area and we had a double top. We started to see signs of bearishness, right? When we made this lower high too, bearishness. You need higher lows to create trends. And then we disrespected the $1.96 trillion level, fell right through to 179, fell through that. And let's break it down now again. Fell 166, and we're kind of breaching the next level here. $1.49 trillion. Yikes. A lot of people want to look at their altcoins and ask for bounces and look at Bitcoin, but like, look at the total market cap. Also, the measured move when you fall out of a falling wedge is a lot further than this. I have to be honest with everybody. Like, I just give you the TA the way the TA is supposed to be done, and I see some more downside. I just see some more downside. This would be the shortest measured move. Like, this would be being nice. And that suggests we go to this target here. Oh, sorry. $1.8 trillion. We go back to $1 trillion. Like, $2 trillion gets erased from the market. Like, where did it go? That's what I wonder. Like, where would you put $2 trillion? Insanity. Absolute insanity. So we've gone over the smaller idea for Bitcoin, which is chugging this market because it's got like 48% of the Bitcoin dominance. But so this also overbought on the 1 hour. So we got to get through that now. And there's bearishness tonight, and that's been giving us some trouble, the 1 hour on the dump. So, and we don't make a higher low. I don't see why we won't just dump back down a little bit more to the downside. So I would watch your positions again tonight. It can always get worse. Remember that. I would definitely be careful. I'm showing, I'm Paul Revere here. I'm riding through, just trying to let the people of the town know to be cautious. Okay. It could be our bottom. There's a chance we double bottom here, but let's get above this level here first. Like, let's get above, like, let's start making some bigger moves, right? This is total too, the entire market cap of all the altcoins slipping below $1 trillion, which is a big deal for it to stay above. Now we're back to $946 billion. If this forms to be a bull flag, like a bull rectangle, which it looks it may, we could see the altcoins go all the way back down and take another bleeding route to $750 billion. Now, I'm just giving possible measured moves. I don't mean to be the bearer of bear news. And remember, I started saying this. I started using that term just recently. I hate to be the bearer of bear news, and that's how you know. When I started saying that, there was something brewing. So, again, I still have a short open for Bitcoin. It's highly likely, I believe, sooner than later we get rejected like this. We're getting rejected here by a high point. We're overbought on the 15 and the 1 hour. And all these kind of hopium dreams could be crushed back to the downside. Remember, I started the live stream with Solana 3S. That's the first thing you saw when the screen was on, just chilling, right? And there's a chance that this does break to the upside. It's not the best pattern now, but, you know, there's a chance we see some magic out of this tonight. Look at those Stokes in the 15. They want to pump. The 1 hour as well wants to do some damage. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I play the Stokes, and we've been deadly accurate. We've been immensely, precisely accurate for a while. For a long time now, so. T. Holmes, is that short on Bitcoin from yesterday still open? Good call. I mean, amazing short, right? Let's take a look at the short right now. BTC 3S USDT. Open at 209 on the live stream. Okay? Open at 209 on the live stream. Let's see if we can find that, actually. That was hilarious. I got a kick out of it. This has to be through crypto love in some way, shape, or form, you know. Let's take a look here. BTC short right here. We do see bullish on KuCoin. Great place to short on KuCoin. And again, like we're making a flag. Look, people just see nonsense. I saw a flag. Out. We're about to touch the 200-day moving average, the 21-day moving average, and we have a beautiful flag too. This thing could do some serious damage. But we called this perfectly. And look, we already rendered this idea. Look at this cup and handle. I already gave you 38% gains. We already had that. This gives about the same, about 29% gains coming from where you're sitting. So, welcome to my channel. I'm the Crypto Lifer. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, no matter where you are in the world. If you come to my channel and you like the vibe that I provide, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications, and don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to leave a comment. I absolutely love reading the comments. Today, I want to show you how yesterday my live stream was live at around 10 or 11 in the morning, and we were talking about a short on Bitcoin. And we just want to show you kind of what happened 24 hours later on this short. So check it out. This is us yesterday, the Lifer team. I was live streaming with my crew, and we were going over Bitcoin, and I saw signs of bearishness. I saw a short, so I flipped over to a short derivative asset that you can trade on KuCoin. I also have a link to that in the description. I do get a commission from the links in the description to my videos to disclose that, just so everybody knows. I'm also not a financial advisor, just to check it out. This is what we're watching, a short possible on Bitcoin as it's oversold on the 1 hour. Getting overbought on the 4 hour, so if you do get it in, it's a quick scalp to the upside. I wouldn't try to get the whole move. Possible short for Bitcoin. Possible. All right? Again, I don't even like to trade on days like today. I like to let the I just have out has. Next thing you know, I'm opening the trade. And everybody get ready. Did he have me open the trade? I know I opened the trade live. It's low. No, I did. Great time. I had KuCoin out. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say here is financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any trade, project, or coin. All my high school friends screwed me over for like 30K or less. The Lifer's filling a big hole in my heart. 7 minutes getting cooked. We called this insanity, right? If you just trade every single day, you're going to get good at it. Whatever. I'm telling you right now, like, you're going to get good at it. So now, I wanted to see when I actually made the short live. You do whatever makes you happy. Come on. It's heavy volatile, though. My dude, I'm going to ask my dude. We're just trying to already up huge, but I'm going to put another one on this pump. Okay. Not a huge short. We're going into about 208, 209 area, okay? USD. 208, 209 right here live. You can see the price was 209. I tried to get it at 209. We played it. I got snaps on a limit order, okay? And if you look at the price now on the same exact asset, right? And I made this trade live yesterday. 2,700 people saw the stream, and we're at 258 now, all right? I mean, just do the math. You want to do the math. You got in at 209, so you take 258. You're going to minus that from the 209, which is 49, right? Minus 209, right? And you got 49, right? 49 divided by the 258 is the percentage that you made, which is 18. If you put $5,000 into trade, you made $1,000 yesterday on that right now. However, if you wrote it all the way up and got out at like 270, 275, like I did, or most of the Lifers did, it was an amazing trade. As we looked like there was more to go when we drew another chart, and that banged out on us too. So that would have rendered you even more, like $1,300 on $5,000. So amazing trade happened yesterday. Went pretty well. This could also be a shoulder head and a shoulder too. I'm seeing some bullishness and some bearishness. but we are getting tight here. All right. And so I just wanted to put that out there that, you know, yesterday, if you were watching the live stream, even though there was extreme fear and people were freaking out, we calmed down, we nailed the trade live. And that trade is still in the green. It never got stopped out as well. We never hit a stop loss from the entry. We precisely nailed it with a 15-minute stochastic. That's how I do it. I got in on the very, very lows right here on low stochastics on the 15-minute, blasted off, or no, down here we were getting it, whatever. But the trade yesterday was amazing. Shout out to all the lifers that jumped into the trade. Appreciate you all for supporting me and showing up every single day. So that happened yesterday. It was amazing, right? Okay. I'll get back to Super Chats in a second. This is just something really important. We're going to watch like a 6-minute video if you can handle it. I hope you can. This is very, very important, okay? Check it out. This is why Bitcoin will win, okay?
Don't be alarmed if you don't quite comprehend the deception of this system at first glance. Very few people do. It is purposely complex. The economist John Maynard Keynes once wrote, "By this means, government may secretly and unobserved confiscate the wealth of the people, and not one man in a million will detect the theft." I believe that presented correctly, anyone can understand this system, regardless of how complex it is. So let's do a recap and break it down even more. The way the system works is that, step 1, the government creates glorified IOUs. These bonds increase our national debt and put the public on the hook to pay it back. Step 2, IOUs are swapped to create currency. The Treasury sells the bonds to the banks. The banks then turn around and sell our national debt at a profit to the Federal Reserve, which they probably own. The Federal Reserve then opens its checkbook that doesn't have a penny in it and buys those IOUs with IOUs that it writes, checks, on a checking account that has a zero balance. Then they give those checks to the banks and currency just springs into existence. And then the whole process repeats. This results in a buildup of bonds at the Federal Reserve and currency at the Treasury, which is really just a supply of numbers. The Treasury then deposits the numbers in the various branches of the government, and we get to step 3. The government spends the numbers on promises, public works, social programs, and war. Then the government employees, contractors, and soldiers deposit their pay into the banks, and we get to step 4.
This is crazy.
Where the banks multiply the numbers by magically inventing more IOUs through fractional reserve lending, where they steal a portion of everyone's deposit and lend it out. That currency gets redeposited, and then a portion is stolen again. And the process repeats over and over, magnifying the currency supply exponentially. Then we work for some of those numbers, which brings us to step 5, where our numbers are taxed. We pay tax to the IRS, who then turns our numbers over to the Treasury, so the Treasury can pay the principal plus the interest on bonds that were purchased by the Federal Reserve with a check from nothing.
Isn't that crazy?
Then we get to step 6, the debt ceiling delusion. The system is designed to require ever-increasing levels of debt and will eventually collapse under its own weight because politicians always kick the can down the road. They don't want it to collapse on their watch. And finally, step 7. The secret owners take their cut.
Even worse.
The world's largest banks own the Federal Reserve. Those banks make a profit selling our national debt to the Fed. They make a profit when the Fed pays them interest on the reserves held at the Fed, and the Fed pays them a 6% dividend on their ownership.
This is crazy. This is insanity.
This system is fundamentally evil.
It is.
It funnels wealth from the working population to the government and the banking sector. It is the cause of the artificial booms and busts of modern economies, and it causes great disparity of wealth between the rich and the working class. And it is only possible because we no longer use real money, we use currency. But worst of all, it is a form of enslavement. Bond is the root word of bondage. Whenever a government issues a bond, it is a promise to make us pay tax in the future. Nobody asked you if you wanted to pay tax today for the prosperity we all enjoyed in the last century. Nobody is asking our children if they want to work hard in the future to pay for the prosperity we're enjoying now. George Washington once wrote to James Madison, "No generation has the right to contract debts greater than can be paid off during the course of its own existence.
They do it to us every
By
day.
stealing prosperity from tomorrow so we can spend it today, we enslave ourselves and future generations. Now, this all sounds pretty bad, but there is great hope, for you are the greatest threat to this false monetary system. This system relies on the public being ignorant of its workings. Please share this knowledge with everyone you know, because an informed public that fully understands the system can build a better future for generations to come.
So people that started and made cryptocurrency, they knew all this. And they created the system that we are building now, and DeFi and So in my humble opinion, Bitcoin is a strong, fortified, built steel ship. And the rest of the currencies in the world are a wooden boat. And they're coming for a collision. And what do you think is going to happen when a steel ship crashes into a wooden boat? You know what I'm saying? Let me take out the viewership. I don't know. We usually lose people or gain people during that session. The people that are really into changing their lives, they don't want to leave. They can't believe it. 287 people on the live. I think people really like that. I think that changed a lot of people's lives. 294 people. Let's get the viewership up, everybody. Please, let's get the likes up. Please, we can do this. Let's get the likes up to 300 today. Let's get the likes up to 300 tonight. I know we can do it. We're 172. We can easily stroke 120 likes onto that board real quick and get it moving. So number one reason why Bitcoin's going to win is because the system that Bitcoin was born from is flawed so horribly bad. They're going to try to press it down. I believe the Federal Reserve might be printing money, buying Bitcoin, and doing this to us, doing something. There seems to be a force at hand. I'll tell you right now, the rest of the world needs to buy Bitcoin, and as things start to look bleak for all countries around the world, we're going to see a different change of the garden. Look, I have some news I'm going to start talking about. We're going to break down some news today too as well. We're going to talk about what we see happening in world markets. We're not done yet with the show. We got so much more to share with you. Stay tuned as we keep it moving on a Saturday night with the Crypto Lifer. All right? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're just going to pop out a news screen here. We're going to get some news popping here. We're going to talk about some news here in this segment. Come on back in, and here we are. So check it out. Looking at the news here, okay? Moving forward. Got some news music. We want to keep you guys entertained. We want to keep you guys feeling it. It's Saturday night. I don't want to bore you too much. I want to keep you entertained while I'm feeding you knowledge, while you're getting educated, while you're learning what's happening in the world around you. Bitcoin likely to repeat Q4 2020 move. 5 things to watch in Bitcoin this week. Yikes, Q4 2020 move, sketchy business, we'll see. I mean, that was a huge blast off, but I mean, is that going to happen? 5 things to watch this week for Bitcoin. SEC rejects MicroStrategy's Bitcoin accounting practices. This is hilarious. This made me laugh really hard, right? The business intelligence firm has reported it's used non-GAAP methods of calculating figures for its Bitcoin buys, excluding the impact of share-based compensation expense and impairment losses and gains on sale from intangible assets. Business intelligence firm MicroStrategy reportedly acted contrarily to the Securities and Exchange Commission's accounting practices for its crypto purchases. According to Bloomberg report, a comment letter from the SEC related Thursday showed the regulatory body objected to MicroStrategy reporting information related to its Bitcoin purchases based on the non-GAAP or generally accepted accounting principles. The business intelligence firm has been reporting it's used these methods of calculating figures for its Bitcoin buys, excluding the impact of share-based compensation expense and impairment losses and gains on sale for intangible assets, essentially negating some of the effects of the volatility of the crypto market. They're seemingly not designed for reporting the value of cryptocurrencies. However, MicroStrategy has purchased 127,000 Bitcoin as of December 30th, representing more than $4.7 billion in value across several buys totaling roughly $3.8 billion since August 2020. The company reported its non-GAAP practices to exclude cumulative impairment losses from the cost basis of the value of its holdings on the market price of one Bitcoin on the last day of each period. MicroStrategy had following a Bitcoin purchase in July 2020 that it believes these non-GAAP financial measures are also useful to investors and analysts in comparing its performance across reported periods on a consistent basis. The SEC reportedly said MicroStrategy should remove this adjustment in future filings. You think you're going to tell Michael Saylor what to do? He thinks he's smarter than the SEC, which he probably is. So, I just think that's funny, man. This made me laugh. I almost spit out my coffee, which I don't drink, but that was funny, man. BITMART launches $50 million fund to empower early-stage GameFi projects. $50 million is pretty big. BITMART's starting to make a bit of a move here. So BITMART, the digital asset trading platform, has recently established a $50 million GameFi fund to invest and incubate GameFi and non-fungible token NFT-related projects. The fund is also aiming to develop more quality projects in terms of marketing, operations, trading, and more. BITMART is the world's leading digital asset trading platform, ranked top 15 on CoinGecko, and has experienced rapid growth since its inception in 2017. BITMART has increased its daily active users by 100-fold and doubled its team members in the last 12 months. The exchange has also launched several offerings in easy-to-use category, including both flexible and locked savings for cryptocurrency users. And the company has further strengthened its systematic infrastructure. These efforts built an impregnable stage for BITMART's high standard performance in 2021. Meanwhile, the past year has shown noticeable surge in cryptocurrency funds. The GameFi saw unprecedented success with a series of iconic names such as Axie Infinity, Phaeton Arena, DeFi Kingdoms, and more. Search for Metaverse and GameFi are often in the spotlight, and many believe 2022 may see exponential growth for the two. We're just getting started. Remember, this is a great time to get into the market. Maybe not right now, but overall time period. You don't buy big green bulls, right? You buy the bear market. So T Holmes, is that short on Bitcoin from yesterday still open? Good call. I closed it at 270 area, took my profits, but it got higher. So there you go. I mean, I'm looking to open. I opened a new one already. So I already opened a new short. I'm underwater right now at the very moment, but I'm going to see it through. So little Ray, the results, Boston crew, and my brother Sam from Chicago jumping in with the Lifer crew. Lifer is the real deal. Shout out to Brick Dorsey. Shout out to little Ray. Okay. The results, Boston crew and my brother Sam from Chicago jumping on in. Shout out to my brother Sam from Chicago. I'm Sam too. Sam to another Sam. Sam's the best name. There's even girls with the name Sam. I mean, there's Samantha, you're Sam, but it's cool to have a multi-use name, you know? Because, like, I meet a girl named Sam, I'm like, I'm Sam. And next thing I get to, I'm already like, oh, cool. And, like, she's nice to me already. Not hitting on her or anything. I'm not trying to talk about that. I'm just talking person to person. It makes it where I can connect with people of other sexes with my name, too. It's amazing. The name Sam works very well. I've used it to my advantage. It's a great name to have, man. Yo, same Troy. I spent like a long time finding a decent YouTube stream. Shout out to Snort Crew, Crypto Meth. Shout out to Snort Crypto Meth. That's hilarious. Who's selling and doing this to the markets? Anybody else's internet starting to tweaking after that video, right? Yeah, this guy, Fidel. They're on to you, man. You have a Samsung? Shout out to Cisco Kid in the game. Now YouTube shows are starting to mention Atom and Cosmos making the veil lifting to truth. Look at Trent, man. Yeah, it's funny. They are jumping on the Atom bandwagon now. Love your show. My little girls love listening to you. They're in crypto training if that's how the world works. Won't they do everything they can to stop crypto? Shout out to Luis Gallegos. You know, Luis, they're going to do what they have to do. But we're going to do what we have to do. And I believe in the power of the people and the power of the light and the power of positivity. And I believe that we can continue to move at the speed of light. Hi, Lifer, please deep dive on Razor, an Oracle network with Alameda Research as a backer, and check out the partners. Thank you. Razor and Oracle network. I believe we have taken a look at it, but let me take a Google shot at it. Razor, thank you so much for putting that on the radar. Razor. Razor Network, decentralized Oracle for DeFi. Truly decentralized Oracle network for decentralized insurance, decentralized synthetic assets, decentralized stablecoins, and decentralized identity. Truly decentralized oracles are here. Smart contracts do not have access to external data. Such data is necessary for operations of various decentralized applications. Traditionally, this is done by using a centralized server called oracles, like Chainlink. However, we can have decentralized oracles. This is coming for Chainlink. This is a decentralized oracle. Razor Network is a decentralized oracle providing data to the smart contracts using a network of stakers. Razor is not only fast, but also extremely robust and economically secure. I like what we're looking at here, man. Thank you for putting this on the radar. Let's take a look at it on CoinMarketCap in a second when I finish the news. ANIMOCA Brands doubles valuation to $5 billion. OpenSea tops $3.5 billion in January volume. Microsoft eyes the metaverse gaming. Hodler's Digest. January 16th to the 22nd. Top stories this week. NFT-focused ANIMOCA brands valued at $5 billion following a $358 million raise. NFT and virtual property-focused firm ANIMOCA brands. You got to know who they are. When you see their name connected to a coin, you definitely want to put that on your radar. You want to be spotted on that. You want to take a look at it. A key area of focus for ANIMOCA is GameFi. Gaming, DeFi, right? Gaming finance, play to earn. Play to earn is just a new way to say GameFi. GameFi is going to be the next DeFi. That's going to be the plug word for 2022. DeFi was hot in 2020 summer. I'm telling you right now, GameFi, 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 GameFi. We know it now. It is the next wave. It's going to be GameFi. It's just the easier way to say play to earn. They just want to use, because DeFi was hot. They like the EFI there. They're going to go closely with that move. GameFi. Okay? The firm has gotten from strength to strength over the past 12 months, raising $216 million in 2022, while its valuation has more than doubled since its previous capital raise in October. A key area of focus for ANIMOCA is GameFi, with the firm pointing to research suggesting that the video gaming sector will grow to around $829 billion by 2028. I think bigger than that. I think that's lowballing it, don't you think? Not $1 trillion? By 2027, 2026? I think we could double that, honestly. But hey, the firm has also invested heavily in the virtual property in the metaverse space, with Sandbox Metaverse being one of its prime jewels. ANIMOCA, man. So they're betting big money in the long run, and they've got big money for the long run. So, OpenSea surpasses 3.5 billion in monthly Ether trading volume, setting a new time high. I mean, despite Ethereum, but everyone thought ETH would become deflationary. Price can still dump with the price. Daddy Bitcoin still runs the show. I don't care how many NFTs. Look, that's an all-time high in NFT volume. Bitcoin still tumbled ETH to the ground. It's interesting. That's just something to notice that you want to kind of point out. Of course, Bitcoin's dropping. I have a short on it. I made this site to sell NFTs too, but I never got around to uploading stuff yet. I like doing graphic design in my free time. I'm loving this guy's channel. Shout out to Mr. Tube. Appreciate you for coming on into the live, man. I haven't seen your name, man. Bitcoin is dumping. Yeah, man, we got a live short going on. If you were in my trading group, you would have the skinny. You might want to jump on into the trading group. Jump on in. Learn how to change your life. I had a 9 to 5. I worked a night shift for 6 years. I went in at 7 and I left at about 1 or 3 in the morning, depending on how much work we had and how we kind of schemed it, me and the guy working together. When you're on the night shift, you can do that. If you and another guy work a night shift together, you can both kind of figure out who wants to do what. He liked to party and drink. I was a humble guy, liked to go home, had a wife and kid. So it was like this. Or I wasn't married even at the time, but I still was always a homeboy. I like to go home. I didn't like to go out and drink too much. I wasn't a heavy drinker. I like to go home and do my thing, look at my crypto and stuff. And they can't duplicate the vibes. Nah, no way. Hey, Sam, you ever heard of Verb? It's aiming to be something better than YouTube. Hey, lip seal, but something's coming. I mean, yeah, they're conscious about lading the stream. I don't see this quality on Twitch frequently, so YouTube is like diamond hands. Hey, man, thank you. Hey, Sam, you ever heard of Verb? Thank you for putting that on the radar. Shout out to Jay Prez in the spot. Mr. Tubey. I like that, Mr. Tube. From the internet, always tweaking 24/7. You never know when I'm actually asleep. That's funny. Let's take a look at Neo USDT, Ori, XRP3, and Razor. Okay, let me finish up. Bearish chart pattern hits at $70 for Solana price before a possible oversold bounce. And, I believe in that. It can always get worse. It can always get worse. Constitution DAO, a crypto red alert, and other cases of crypto-powered social action in 2022. It's funny because I just saw Mike Novogratz say he liked Constitution DAO. 49 million raised in a few days. Arguably the most high-profile case of a massive fundraising effort enabled a decentralized autonomous organization, a DAO. That's what a DAO is, a decentralized autonomous organization, in case you didn't know. And 2021 was Constitution DAO. The group was formed in November with the sole objective of purchasing an original copy of the United States Constitution, which was on auction at Sotheby's. The DAO got very close to its goal. The artifact was sold for a bid of $432 million, while the DAO managed to raise about $47 million in Ether. Its bid was ultimately limited by Sotheby's $47 million to factor in taxes and the cost required to protect, insure, and move the Constitution. Following the auction, the DAO offered the full refunds to anyone who donated. Those who did not take refunds kept the people governance tokens they had received in exchange for their contribution. As a statement for Constitution DAO, while this wasn't the outcome we hoped for, we still made history tonight. It is hard to argue with this, as it took only a week to pool the money from 17,437 backers. Blockbuster DAO empowering decentralized streaming. Blockbuster DAO announced they had formed a new decentralized autonomous organization with the goal of buying Blockbuster, an American brand that originally operated as a video rental company. At its peak, Blockbuster had 6,000. Dude, oh my God. I just had so many ideas. Oh my God. What an idea this is, huh? The DAO explained in the tweet that it plans to raise a grassroots effort to buy Blockbuster by raising $5 million through a non-fungible token. This is a big deal. Like, this is crazy. Like, next you're gonna have Radio Shack DAO. I mean, Fortune Journalism, Pleasure Fund supporting journalistic integrity. This is crazy though. I like this. Because, you know, then you're gonna have Blockbuster in the metaverse. And think about a blockchain. Blockbuster. Oh my God. The brand that never died. The brand that never died. Blockbuster DAO. Oh my God. Blockchain, Blockbuster DAO. Dude. Amazing. And whoever has that brand name still can get a little handle on a dead idea. Unbelievable. This is inspiring me. Become a business owner. Throw your hat in the entrepreneur ring. Get a logo. Get a name. Start a corporation. Become a CEO. Blast off into space, because I'm telling you right now, you might just end up coming up with an idea after an idea, or hiring the next guy that has the next idea, and he might just take you to the moon. El Salvador buys its cheapest 410 Bitcoin at prices that reach $36,000. President Nayib Bukele confirmed that the price of the 410 Bitcoin was made against $15 million, placing the trading price at approximately $36,585 per Bitcoin. The Central American country of El Salvador has added 410 Bitcoin. And he tweeted it just in case the IMF didn't know. Hilarious, right? Hilarious. Let's take a look at Razor. Let's take a look at the super chats. Let's get back into the chats. But I just wanted to break down the news and how crazy things are. Sam, you don't start a dedicated space. Sam, why don't you start a dedicated space for NFTs? We did that already. We do have a dedicated space for NFTs. If you join my trading group, you can have access to a very smart group of guys that are making bank in the last few days too. My trading group has made bank in the last few days. We have the learning library where you can come in and learn all about a heat map, what's going on. I don't even want to, this is not free information. That's Danny, the heat map man. I keep geniuses. Many smart people have contacted me. I keep geniuses around. The 99 room, we just get to chat and hang out. The learning library, where you get to learn and actually post your own charts and learn a lot more too. Okay. And then there's, hold up. Let's see, the billboard. Here's VIP charts and ideas. And here is the exclusive charts where I post my exclusive charts. And I'm like, where are you? I'm like, and the NFT Metaverse and Focus Group. This is an amazing place. Okay. Look what he's saying here. This will make you salivate. Right. They got into these early. And this dude did a 10x in the last few days on some of his NFTs. Wilder World does a deal with Blocktopia. These apes just came out. We're kind of clicked to the apes. Gary Vee then tweeted the ape. Kevin's hot in there. Peyton's hot in there. We got 20 or 30 people, and there's, look, 309 members in this group. This is an NFT focus group that'll blow your mind. You have access to that for $99 a month. Also, the other 4-5 rooms that I make. Also, the live stream that I do privately with my group every week for 2 hours, on top of sharing my Token Metrics account, which costs $85 a month. Blow your mind for $99 a month. My trading group will blow your mind. I also do live trades that you see play out on the live stream. Imagine what you get if you're just hanging out with me inside of my trading group. I'm there 24/7, basically, with a sleep in the middle. It's crypto is life every single day. Shout out to my lifers. Shout out to everyone here. The brand is the Lifer brand. It's the Lifer brand. Live your life, baby. To the fullest, man. To the fullest, man. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Live your life to the fullest. Don't take no for an answer. Become your own boss. Live your dreams. Become a co-creator of your own reality. Fight to the finish line. Never stop. Never give up. Treat your body like it's gold. Don't eat high fructose corn syrup. Don't eat processed foods. Drink lemon water. Decalcify. Keep your brain right. Move out. Work out. Keep your mind, body, and soul right. Love yourself. Love God. Push forward. Help others. And I'm telling you right now, that's the lifer way, and make money with cryptocurrency and learn how to trade so you can trade anywhere in the world and do whatever you want and pull money out of these markets regardless of the market. Short it, long it, you name it. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on into the live. I love you all. I was down with this market until I accepted my fate. Now I'm excited to grab tokens on the dirt cheap. And this time, good project. Shout out to Troy McDrains. I feel what you said, man, and I've been there before. I've had to wipe my slate clean and decide, hey, it is what it is. I'm still here, and I'm still alive, and I'm still ready to kick it, Blockbuster lost to Netflix, and Netflix wanted to give biz to Blockbuster. It's funny. Watch Blockbuster come back. Yeah, no, I did see how Radio Shack did come out, and they actually have like an NFT thing they're doing. They're moving. They're doing something. They've had some plans. Let's take a look at a coin that was moving today. KP3R showing signs of life. Really one of the stronger coins. Bouncing off the 618. Hit the head and shoulder pattern. That's usually where you do get a bounce when the head and shoulder hits its measured move. What am I talking about? Well, if you pull the line here, you got a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. You want to take your length of the neck to the headline here. Then you want to swing that to your shoulder, and that's going to be your measured move. And that's exactly where we went. Once you hit that, even on a wick to the moment, 706 retracement as well. Still holding the Fibonacci levels from this original impulse. Not too shabby. Bouncing off the 618, can we get above the 0.5 and still move? This is showing signs of life and actually getting busy. Remember, the 4-hour is pumping for Bitcoin. Eventually, I see the 1 hour giving some struggles, but then, we do see a reversal, hope, coming strong on the 4-hour chart. So this has been strong. Ferrum Network up 11%, getting a little bit of a bounce. Doesn't get me too excited. GSX bouncing all the way back down to 142 on the lows. Showing signs of life. Can it get back into the pattern? We shall see. Or is the pattern now like so? GSX, it was getting so tight. Bitcoin ruined that beautiful tight flag that we're in, even with the 200-day moving average. It was all good a week ago, right? Amazing. YFI all the way back down to 23,000. Can you believe that? Inverted, there was head and shoulder, head and shoulder. We would drop to the downside on many coins. Luna back down to 65, falling out of this beautiful pattern that it had going forward too as well. Bitcoin took them all down, baby. Bitcoin took them all down. Now we have to rebuild. I kind of want to, now I wait a few days. You got to watch for patterns to rebuild. I don't get too crazy jumping back into too many things. I got to see Bitcoin recover and find its way. Even Atom, our baby, which was showing signs of life, did the shoulder, head and shoulder, and would dump to the downside. Even Phantom breaking the $2 region, dumping. Oh, coming back up though, showing some signs of life for Phantom. But let's see how much push we can get here on the 1 hour. Again, all signs on this 1 hour dumping. So just prepare for this. And they will all follow Bitcoin on a bit of a dump, I'm telling you. Okay, could it be a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there too? That's possible. But I just want to prepare you for a possible dump here. These are bear flags in my humble opinion. Let me clean up this work so you can see what I mean. These are bear flags. Bear flags have measured moves to the downside. Don't play yourself, pay yourself. Measured move for this one. You have a long and a short measured move, That's your long measured move. Okay. Back down to 88 cents. Jeez Louise. But anything is possible. There's your next measured move. Back down to 161. So just be careful. Please just be careful. I'll say it again. Just be careful. It can always get worse. I've seen this. I've seen it happen before. These are bear flags. They break to the downside. These aren't fun. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. Anything is possible. This is the probability. You got an oversold 1 hour, you're in a bear flag. Okay? About to spell it out. The last 3 times in a row, this exact scenario played out exactly the same way. You had it right here. You hit a bear flag. Your measured move. Length of the pole. Actually, hold on. It's the whole, yeah, take that whole thing. There's your length of your pole. There you go. I mean, bang. To the T, like, almost, you know? Actually, yeah, to the wick. Crazy. So don't be surprised. And look, that was the 1 hour rolling over for you, too. On cake. We're just looking at cake right now. So just be careful. Just be careful, my friends. I don't want to see my lifers get rocked and wrecked. I don't want to see my lifers getting rocked and wrecked out there. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do with your money, but I can show you the probability in the charts. And I can tell you to be careful. This is a great time to invest on everything you ever wanted to invest in. Let's listen to Crypto Lifer and find a great time to go all in. I mean, it's never, I don't ever go all in, but there's good times. I overslept and totally forgot about this. Was an hour late. Hiked all day in nature with the burros and the airplanes doing tricks in the empty airspace. Man, that sounds amazing. Finbook, I love you, man. I want to come visit you. You always have a cool story. You sound like you live like an epic life of a international man of mystery, man. So you sound like a lifer to me. What is a lifer? What defines a lifer? What does it mean to be a lifer? Can everyone write what it means to be a lifer in the chat? Please, let me know. Calderonster, what does it mean to you to be a lifer? Finbook, what does it mean to be a lifer? Brian Shrimp, what does it mean to you to be a lifer? Crypto Muser, perfect timing. What does it mean for you to be a lifer? Please, everyone, I really want to know. I have my own ideas, but I'm sick of hearing my voice. I want to hear what you have to say. What does it mean for y'all to be a lifer? Okay? What does it mean for y'all to be a lifer? Tell me, let me know. Share your wisdom and knowledge with me. Okay? Share your wisdom and knowledge with me. What does it mean for y'all to be a lifer? Okay? It's basically OCD. Brain isn't satisfied any other way. 24/7 crypto freedom. A lifer is to live your life at high frequency. T-Money, that's what he's talking about. Shout out to T-Money. Appreciate you, T-Money. T-Money, where are you from? Let me know where you're from. Patience and kindness while setting up a good life. Ooh, I like that. Living a life free of worries. Hold on. This is amazing. I'm loving this right now. Hold on. Like diamond hands without trading with emotions. Patience, patience, patience. Shout out to Crypto Muser. The way to live life, the way you want, and what makes you happy. We are chasing the same dream, good health, and sexy tan lines. Shout out to Holy Fans. I love you, man. It means to create the life I want to live under the most high guidance, vibrant vibrations. Shout out to Stag, man. A prospector of each step and only forward. No soul boundary. No soul boundary. No. To be healthy, body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Men mean to be a lifer? It's a design for life. That means the rest of your life, every day for hours, to keep patterns in your mind, to keep your markets on your mind, to keep a schedule, format. Amazing. To be part of a community that helps one another to understand and share opinions, to keep everyone's honest. I am a newbie, but still, I see everyone putting in the work. Shout out to Jesse Venn, man. You're the man, dude. To be a lifer means to grow and learn as much as you can and to share it with others. Dude. Genuine, forthcoming, and honesty. Humbled. Failure is thought as a compliment. Hold on, you guys are putting in so much I can't even keep up with it. This is awesome. Like, this is amazing and blowing my mind right now. Wait. Failure is thought as a compliment. Trusted in intuition and self, man. Unbelievable. A goddess of sovereignty. I love that. Sovereignty. I don't know why, but self-governing. To self-govern yourself, philosophy, perspective, and dedication. It's a lifestyle. It's never giving up. It's not forgetting the path and not becoming that which we despise. We worry for the better lives one day at a time. Shout out to Trent, man. Wow. What a prolific writer when you put it down like that. Always being humble, learning every day. I've been coming to the last few months. Great show. Best online. I'm not part of the paid group, but it's the people you get in here. Seems to be mostly adults. Been great. Shout out to Troy McDrains, man. Come on in, dude. There's no failure, only feedback. To be a lifer, you need to subscribe and like the stream. Shout out to Cisco Kid. To grind every day for your happiness and the prosperity of your crew. To be a lifer is living a modern day monk ninja. Shout out to Calderon. I love you, man. You're the man, dude. Not to work for someone else and to learn to work for yourself and to be free. Shout out to Johanna Cordova for sure. Positive vibes and learn patience. To trust the TA and trade without emotions. Hard work pays off. Shout out to Chelsea A. Oh my God. And I know there's other people that said things I want. I want to make sure I get them all. Wow. To be a part of a community that helps one another understand and share opinions. To keep everyone honest. I am a newbie. Oh, wow. Wow. This is like, honestly, like, that was more than any monetary value could ever be had. To read that many amazing, if that's what it means to be a lifer, then I think I'm doing a good thing in life. I'm going to continue to do what I do. You all inspire me. I get inspired to show up every day. There's no reason why I wouldn't. I can continue to grind every single day. Shout out to all the lifers. Thank you for everyone here. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on into the live. Can we get the likes up to 300 likes? I know we can. 257. We only got 43 more likes to do it. 43 people just got to show me that love. Send in that karma. Keep it moving. Everything took a beat down. You read about it's beat to the ground. So crazy how fast alts can die on you. It's just like one day they're all going, and then just bing. I don't care how many people they added, like basic attention token. So many more people are using the exchange, their browser. They got the wallet. Don't matter. Don't matter what they did. Bitcoin's coming for you, alts, and you're going to the ground, baby. Telcoin, I don't care. Hex. Didn't matter what it was. So all eyes on Bitcoin. If we get a recovery, it's going to be slow. It's going to take a while. Okay? And I don't want to give anybody's hopes up. We're going to trade it one day at a time. We're going to learn so much about really how to trade this market. This market is going to teach us 4 years from now. We're going to be in a bull run. We're going to see a trend change. We're going to be able to make the perfect decisions or the best decisions we can at the right time. Okay? So 35K is holding so far so good. All right? And I'll give you the keys to the city right now. How do you find out what's happening for Bitcoin? Very simple. Let's keep it really simple right now. Go to Bitcoin, USDT on KuCoin, because we like to trade on KuCoin. I got a link to KuCoin. Great place to trade. The leverage tokens do as well. Take advantage of that. We got some bullish divergence forming. Could that hold our bottom? There's a chance. That bullish divergence could form us back to the upside. Okay? But again, I am very wary of this 1 hour getting overbought and not making a higher high. I'm not happy of that, and highly likely we come down. Now, best worst case scenario, we just come back down here. And then with the 4 hour, we do break out of this to the upside, right? And we start some type of something. If not, I mean, we could, don't think we, I just want everyone to realize, don't think we could not see more downside. Don't think we cannot see more downside. Be ready. Be ready. Be vigilant. Have a plan for 2 different ways. Have some capital in the sidelines. You don't have to sell everything, but you got to have some. It's fun to be able to buy the bottoms. I'm telling you right now. It's fun to be able to buy the bottoms. Have some capital. Be able to say, hey, I bought that bottom, baby. You know, I bought some $33,000 Bitcoin yesterday. It was like, hey, I got to. I had to. You know? Okay, so we've gone over a lot of stuff. We can't overgo the world markets today because they're closed. No Dow Jones, no futures to look at. That will be tomorrow night for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close, right? But I want everyone to realize we're in the scarcest asset in the world. We're in the beginning stages of the metaverse, right? Even if the world takes a dump on us, we are going to be in the industry that comes out on top. Bitcoin will resurface out of this. If it hits 20K, if it hits 25K, okay, I'm not saying these things are going to happen, but I'm ready for anything because you know what? Cryptocurrency has taught me to be ready for anything and never, ever hold back because you never know what's coming, okay? So I got to reiterate that. I want to put that out there. You never know, okay? You never know, all right? So I just want to put that out there so everyone's with me and everyone realizes that anything is possible. in trading, okay? All right. Shout out to my lifers. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, calling yourself crypto lifers and being a part of the live stream. It's unbelievable. I'm very lucky to have each and every one of you here. Yo, Muser, you want to jump on the stream for a second as Crypto Muser, bro? Just to end the stream, 5-minute come off, little, just, you know, not a lot of your time. And I understand if you're busy. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. I opened up a Zoom. I could send it to you right now. I know I'm putting you on the spot. I know I got you on the spot right now. Let me know, kiddo. Let me see what's happening in the chat. Man, what a beautiful day to be alive. You know what? There's people that got hurt today. There's bad things that happen to people today. Everything was good. I was with my family. My wife got home from her flight. You know, she buried her mother. Life was what it was. Sad times to be alive, but you know what? My family will come through stronger and tougher and more together than ever after all these things that we went through. So you just got to be strong. And again, right, like we go through a death in the family when Bitcoin, the day Bitcoin dumps too, like they had to happen together. You know what I'm saying? Of course they had to happen together. And it just how things work. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, man. But that's life in a nutshell, you know? You never know. You never know. And that's why you always got to be good to people. And you always got to put your best foot forward because you never know. You really don't. And you got to do the right thing whenever you can. Okay? Man. Trying to see if I can get Muser on here for y'all. Copy invitation. And I put him on the spot, so he might be tired. He might be just like, nah, yo. But he has a really good insight. He's coming on, dude. He's coming on, everybody. He's coming on, man. So here, I have something else to talk about. I have one coin that's just continually pumping to the upside. Does you want to know what? Who wants to know the one coin that is still bullish right now? I got a coin that continues to rip to the upside. All right. Check it out, everybody. Get ready, all right? Get ready for it. Have no fear. The lifer will be there. We'll see. Hold on. Let's see. My Zoom might have stolen the camera. Let's see what it does. It's Zoom. Zoom's doing this. So when I do Zoom and my other streaming software together, they don't like it. They don't like the stream together for whatever reason. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see. No, still flows me. Even though I've turned the camera. Oh, you know what I do? I know it. I'm an engineer, luckily, and we can engineer ourselves right out of this. I got Muser in here. Hold on one second. He's gonna take the show over in a second. What up, kid? Well, what up? Oh my God, he's there, dude. He's famous now, man. This dude's famous, yo. We're the famous YouTuber right now. This dude's crazy.
Let me get my volume sets here, okay.
My camera got hijacked for whatever reason. Not sure why. Hijacked my camera. Freaking. Let's see if I can I'm trying to get it back on. Zoom hijacked my camera for whatever reason. It doesn't play with the two. But you know what? They've seen enough of me. You know what I'm saying? They've seen enough of me. How you been, dude? How do you get through these? How do you get through these?
Hold on a sec. You're so scratchy. I can't hear.
Let's see.
I'm messing my volume here.
We're just getting on the stream, everybody. Saturday night, little impromptu, quick little interview with my man Crypto MUSER. He's doing what he loves to do, starting his channel. You know what I'm saying? He's out there. He's out there putting his best foot forward, doing what he can for the community, and putting out information that I think is really awesome and interesting too as well. His voice is good to listen to, and he has good points. And he's well thought out too. Whenever I sit with him and would talk to him, I was like, oh, this would be good stuff for a channel. Like, I'd always sit with him and be like, this would be good stuff for a channel, you know? So, yeah. How do you get through these tough times, man? Like, how do you do it?
Honestly, like I said in my last video,
hold on, let me take the music down.
You know, I've been in this for so long now, and like you know, the emotion just doesn't affect me anymore. We've seen such big dips like this. I mean, this is not nothing even think about compared to the dip we had, you know, last June or July. I mean, we went down even further, down to 29,000 then. You know, we're sitting here at 36 right now. You know, I just don't see us keep going down and down and down further. There has to be a retrace at some point. So until we find our bottom, you know, we could go down to 32, you know, it could go a little lower. But honestly, I think we're just going to range in this area now and then, you know, find our bottom at, you know, 35, 34, and then, you know, slowly have a grueling retrace back up to the, you know, 56, 58, you know, in the next couple of months. So I still think all season is going to come, you know, by, you know, March, April. And I still think we get, you know, our blow off top, what we were talking about, you know, in June or so. So that's my idea. I mean, these times I'm buying, man. Honestly, any money I have, I mean, these are the times you have to buy. You don't buy when things are going.
It's true. You don't have to buy it all. Like, I don't go all in. Like, you don't have to go all in.
No, you got to buy pieces for sure.
Yeah. But
I mean, when you see these grueling days, I mean, we see the fear and greed index at, you know, 12 or 10. I mean, you clearly can't go wrong buying. I mean, if you're in this for the long run, like most of us are, you got to think of it as the big picture. You can't think of it as, you know, just the next couple weeks or the next even month or so. You got to look at, you know, 4, 6 months to a year down the line.
Totally.
So that's my hodl bags. You know, I just slowly add pieces and pieces to, you know, the projects that I think are the best.
Okay, so what are you doing? Not financial advice, obviously, but like, yeah, what is your deal? Like, what do you look at? What do you like?
I like to.
I think I know what you may be doing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, everybody knows I'm buying some XRP for sure. But, you know, the way I look at it now is that, you know, you have DeFi, you got the metaverse tokens, you got your gaming tokens. So you got to like think of these different parts of the crypto right now. And I look at like top 3, or I try to find the top 3 in those categories. Yeah. And I just kind of hodl those. I have like, you know, 20 to 30 coins that I like to stack up. That's what I've been stacking up for the last, you know, year or so. So even almost 2 years. But XRP, obviously, there's like you always have that like weekly or every 2 weekly buy of Bitcoin. You know, I got my weekly, 2 weekly, you know, $50, $100. It just goes in, you know, every week, no matter what. But especially when, you know, you see big dips like this, we're back down to 50. I think we were down at 59, 58 cents. I mean, you know, I gotta stack up my bag.
I want to ask the chat. Does this dude look like me a little bit? Does anybody think we look like brothers? Anyone think we look somewhat like brothers? Like if I tilt my face, kind of like he's tilting his face.
Nice blonde hair, blue-eyed gentleman, you know. It's cold, man. I don't know how you're feeling, man, but it's cold back on the vineyard.
You know what's funny? It was 18 degrees yesterday, and I walked my daughter home from school, and I was like, I'm gonna walk home from school, but like, and then we came home, we skated on the Palm Island house, and like, it was just enough sun if you moved around, you know, like, and you had the right stuff on, like, and I didn't have to bundle, but yeah, I mean, the 8 degrees, the 9 degrees, it's been tough. I think that's why I wasn't feeling good, because you go out to 5 degrees. The next day it's 41. We had this one. Then it's 9 degrees 2 days later. It's going to mess with your sinuses. Like you're opening and closing and you're having different temperature pressure, you know? So.
Yeah, it really messes with me, honestly, because, you know, you know me, I'm a big traveler. So I'm usually not here during these months. I'm either somewhere tropical. I'm in Thailand. I'm in Costa Rica.
This dude said, "Heck no, we don't look alike." He said, "Heck no."
That's like me and my brother, though. It's like
We can make it look more like if I grow the beard and I wear a winter hat. You know, yeah.
If I do my hair,
or if he did his hair every day and combed apart, and you know, like, oh man, like, funny man.
But no, man. Like I said, I need to be in the warm weather. Honestly, I like the cold if I'm on a mountain or something. But when I'm just sitting in the cold, it's tough.
XRP to $10. We got this guy Harmony One. Bitcoin to 105K. XRP to $10. You know.
Hey man, it's gonna happen. So you got to play the long game with this. I mean, the people that are capitulating into this fear, you know, they're gonna lose in the end.
It's so hard though. Like it's tough. Like because it's even like, oh man, like it's tough. Like it's tough. Like you're up big.
Yeah,
like
no, it is.
Like when you're up big, like you're up. Like I know you. You've had basically, you know, you've had $100,000 bag of XRP. Like, and then what do you?
Here's a good thing that I said in my video the other day. It's like you don't, when you buy an asset, when you want to sell it, or you set a target on when you're going to sell it, right? So when you see prices falling like this, you're never going to sell it in prices like this. I don't even look at my portfolio. I haven't looked at my portfolio for the last week.
Yeah, because you're like, that's not what I'm going to be doing. So if I'm not going to be doing that, I'm
never going to sell at these prices anyway. So it's when you sell it is the time. It's like the only important price is the selling price, because that's when you're selling into, you know, if you're selling into another crypto or you're selling into fiat. The fiat. Don't touch that dirty fiat. We got to make a show. We got to make a video like that. I want to say, you know, fiat is definitely, I mean, the dollar is king still, and it will be for the next, you know, 5 or so years. So, you know, when I do take profits, it's going to be in the dollar. I mean, we will have just because we have, you know, inflation scares right now, there will be deflation, I believe, in the next couple, you know, next year or so. So I will be selling into dollars, but you know, in the next 5 years past then when the dollar starts getting a little shaky,
I think I'll sell into dollars only to get in. Like I'll have a real estate deal lined up. Like I will never be in the dollar more than like a couple weeks, you know,
exactly.
Like, and then Airbnb. You got to have something that creates flow. The flow doesn't have to be perfect. Like the math doesn't have to equal, like, because you know the real estate market could crash. You could lose 50%, but you're gonna get the cash flow. And then you can use that cash flow to buy Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin recovers, you get the 50% back on the, and then 10, 20 years from now, you're sub back to where you were. If you buy the right neighborhoods, right places, you know, as long as people keep having babies, there is the idea that the population is dropping and not rising. Have you ever
it is. That's
Elon Musk is pointing this out. Like, if that keeps happening, the real estate won't be the best bet, because isn't that the reason why real estate goes up in value? Like, no one's talking about this. Like,
no, because you think about it, there's plenty of land. So even the population right now, there's still enough land for plenty of the population. But the thing is that all the, you know, the big real estate is by the oceans. You know, it's in California, it's in, you know, the Northeast, it's in Florida.
mm-hmm.
So it's condensed areas, the population. So look at where I'm from, in Martha's Vineyard. I live in an island, obviously, right? So the real estate here,
island boy.
There's only so much land. There's only so much land.
Island boy. I just gotta, you know, I didn't get, there it is. I just gotta get there it is. All right. Sorry.
So it's all about the places where people want to move. I mean, the real estate market will always be booming because there's always going to be people shifting around to find, you know, the new hot spot to live.
Yeah.
And right now it's like a migration around this country to Florida, Wyoming, to Texas,
Texas, Wyoming.
You know, you got to go for places without the least taxes and the least amount of mandates.
Yeah, my buddy said he's gonna go he's doing a ski trip to Jackson Hole in a couple months in March.
Beautiful out there, and I've been there. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, you took a trip. You were like a few years back. Remember you went out there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, snowboards the mountains.
Big
man.
snowboarder right here. Big snowboarder. That's the only time I like to be on the mountains, man. When I know I'm gonna be on snowboarding, or you know, in a nice cabin on the mountain.
Let's switch gears here to life. Could you work for someone else? Like, do you think you could have a boss? Like, you know, I'm just being honest. Or, you know, I think you could.
That's something that, you know, crypto kind of changes you in that way. Where, you know, I worked for a boss my whole life, and then I owned a restaurant, but I still felt like my boss was the restaurant. You know, it's like I worked for the people that
you were still entrepreneuring with your family, though. Let's be honest. Like,
but no,
there was no one without your last name that told you what to do. I mean. right?
Well,
I mean,
as most people know, working with your family is
oh,
one of the
it's
hardest
horrible.
things.
Everyone hates it. They say it's the worst
You
thing
know,
in the world.
so
Yeah, you know.
working with your family is kind of working. It's kind of a struggle every day, but we love each other. But you know, it's a struggle.
The
for sure.
vibe was great
I
though.
don't think,
Whenever I went to eat at the restaurant, the vibe was great.
but the restaurant business is such a grind. It's just, you know, once I got out of it, I realized that, you know,
he did say his hip. He had like the hip of like a 70-year-old man. I was like, Jesus. Like he was like, dude, I've been spinning doing this, spinning doing this. He's like, my hip fell out. I couldn't walk. I was like, Jesus.
I literally worked probably 6 months without a day off.
It was sad because we were great friends, and I would come visit my family and spend this awesome, you know, summertime in the vineyard. And like, I'd want to take them sailing. I'd want to like hang out at the beach, and like we get like one day like a year to hang out, and we go to a beach, and I'd be like, I love you, man. I was like, one day we're gonna be friends again. I swear. You know, like,
it was so good. You just pop in the back of the restaurant. I'd be like, I just stop what I was doing.
Dude, he would give me. I would just be like, you know what it is. He'd make a free pie for me. I would eat an entire pizza. He always see me eat ridiculous amounts of food since he was younger. So like as this like older brother thing in front of him, whenever he's around, like I just overeat, like just to impress him. Or just, I don't know what it is.
I've never seen someone eat like this kid. Never in my life. He like the biggest bowl of pasta, and then he asked for yours. I'm saying, like, I don't know how you did it.
Whole pies, like, oh man, you guys make good pizza. You guys make good pizza, man.
But I mean, no. Back to the question you said though. Like, I don't think I'll ever be able to work for somebody just because I know I don't have to. And that's the thing about crypto that changes your view on things. Like, you know, you don't need to work for someone. You can control your destiny. You can, you know, put your money in the right places. You can. You know, there's ways of doing it in this day and age now with YouTube and the metaverse and everything that's happening in the next, even now and the next couple of years. It's going to be easier and easier for, you know, the ordinary people in this world to make it without, you know, these 9-to-5 grueling jobs that just like, you know, just take the life out of you.
Well, I was watching, like me, I was always an artist and a dreamer, right? And at a young age, I saw the rappers in Boston. Like, you know, one guy, he wasn't that big, but his name was Esoteric. And I was like, I could be that. Like, I could, you know. And there was actually an article, I think he dated Liv Tyler at one point, which is Steven Tyler's daughter. So I was like, oh, like he's getting in with celebrities. This dude's, and he was from like a small town. His name was Seamus Ryan, Irish dude, blonde hair from Boston. I was like, if he could do it. And I was like 11 years old, and I was like, then I'm going to be a famous rapper. And then Eminem came out, and everyone started calling me him. Like, I look, and it was like, if I shaved my head, I didn't look that much like him, but all you had to do was like, you know, everyone likes to target you in anything. But the whole point of the story was I saw rappers and people, and it was almost like everyone was getting in a 9-to-5 and doing college. And I saw some friends that like, you know, became artists, some friends. And then I saw other people that I didn't know, but watched their struggle. And like everyone that did something every day, Machine Gun Kelly is a guy I bring up because like I saw him when he was like a nobody. I saw like one of his first videos on YouTube. And then I saw like when he got excited that he was like on MTV for a second. And then like you see where he is now. And I saw these people grind. And like, yes, you could say, okay, there's like, you know, a lot of people say like there's Illuminati behind the scenes. There's all this other stuff. And there's something going on there. But to even get in there and to get into that stuff, like you have to be one of the shining common people that they pull out. And like you have to grind, you know? So like, and I saw, and fine, you don't have to compare it to the music industry or anything, but they grinded every day. And there wasn't one person that I didn't see who started to form. And then I was like, they're forming their own reality. My two buddies started a company. Next thing they sold it. Like, I said, wow, they formed their own reality. Like, and I kept realizing, like, the most successful people are forming their own reality. They're not following like what their dad told them, what their friend. Hey, get a job at this company because I have a job. Oh yeah, I'll work with my buddy, or I'll be, you know. And I'm not hating on things. Like we need bus drivers, we need lawyers, we need doctors. Like those are, you know, a lot of those are commendable jobs that help other people, right? But like I don't want someone to tell me I have to be somewhere to drive a bus. Like I don't want to have to be at a court case at 10 a.m. because I work for some firm that makes 10 million off the case and only gives me 200 grand. You know, like if I put in 110, I want 108, you know what I'm saying? Or at least, or like I want to bring in 110 and then give it to my employee, you know, distribute it properly to the people who let me get there. Like, and I want to reward people that help me. Like when you work for other people, you can't reward anyone. Like you can't hire, you know, it's really, I have employees right now and I have people that work, and I don't even like calling them employees. I have dream catchers, I call them, or dream makers. Like, they caught on to my dream and they want to see it go, right? And those people are like, number one, you connect with them immediately because they're open-minded to believe in your dream. And to see that, they have to be, and like they're talking numbers, like we could take this to the big, we could go to the to the moon, and then you surround yourself with more people like that and less people that work a 9 to 5, and it's like, and then you bump it, and now you're charismatically bringing in more people into your life that have more ideas, have brighter visions, visionaries. I don't know.
That's the biggest thing you learn. I think when you get older, you have, when you're young, you have all these friends. You have maybe like 20, friends or whatever. And then as you get older, it just the circle gets smaller and smaller because, if you're going up, a ladder in your career or whatever you're doing in life, you got to surround yourself with the right people. That's the biggest thing. I mean, there's people that can just bring you down, and then you try to save them, you try to help them out, but they keep bringing you down. You gotta let them loose sometimes, and it's hard to do because it could be family, it could be friends, but it's all about surrounding yourself with the people that are going to support you in anything you're doing. So what you're doing right now, you look at you the last year, you surrounded yourself with the right people. You have your wife, you have the people around you, and you're just building and building and building. And I can't say enough about what you've been doing. Like, I just been watching it, being like, look at this kid grow. Like, I can't even believe what you've become and what you're gonna become. So it's just unbelievable watching. And you, like I said, you inspired me. Now look at me. I'm just, I got like 130 followers right now, but I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep going. I'm grinding every day. I'm writing my
100x in a freaking couple of weeks, man. It's 100x. I look at it just like a coin. Like, I was at 1, I went to 100. I swear, that's how I did it with YouTube. I had little talks with myself. I really would. I'd be like, and I never really mentioned this to anyone else. I never really did. I'd whisper to myself. I was like, you're at 1, like you got to 100. Like, I'm like, then who's to say 100 can't be 1,000? I'm like, come on now, that's only a 10x. I'm like, you just did 100x. I'm like, if you can 100x, then you could 10x, man. And then I got to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm like, all right, now it's 10x. And I'm like, you can't. And I'm like, well, I 100x won before, then I can get to 100,000 subscribers. Like I let the math let me not attach emotions and negative thoughts to things that can't happen, because the math is real. Like, if you can go from 1 to 100, you can go from 1,000 to 100,000. Like, as simple as that, And I laughed with my wife today. They say sometimes the dumbest people are the most successful, And I was like, if I had known how hard it, because we were talking about how when I used to run my trading group, and I used to do I had no assistant. Now I don't touch billing. I don't touch emails. Like, I am a mess. Like, that's not what I should be doing. But like, I was scheduling tutoring, taking in money, like asking what cryptocurrency. My wife looked at me today in the car, and I was like, remember when we started? She was like, you would have run that business to the ground. And I was like, thank God you came in, and you squared my life away. Because when she went to go see her, she went to go see her grandma, and she was gone for 3 days, and like, I run a business 24/7. So like, it never stops. Like, there's someone signing up, there's someone asking a question, there's always an email, there's an inquiry. And like, I get overwhelmed. Like, I start looking at it, and I'm just a lifer. And I need to be in the charts too for my group. And like, I get lost in the charts, and that's good. Like, if I'm lost in the charts,
that's where you belong.
Then I'm going to find what everyone needs to find, and I'm going to produce what we need to produce, and the group's going to be able to use my crazy brain. That's the whole point of the story, But
right, exactly.
Yeah, my wife, so when she was gone, I was just laughing with her, and I was like, man, if I thought how hard this was going to be, like, start a channel, like, run the group, like, take it, and I was like, dude, I would have, like, I don't know if I would have started, because it would have been overwhelming, but I didn't think of those things. I just went, like, and I had people like you behind me, though, man. When I had only a few hundred people, like, you were like, you're going to get big, man. You're such a nice guy. People love you. And I was like, really? You're like, yeah, everyone loves you. Like, they're going to keep loving you. And you're like, it's going to happen, man.
I think you've known this your whole life, because your personality is contagious. I know when you meet people on the street, you can just talk to anybody. You're very outgoing and just personable. Right from the start, when I saw you in the live, and it was just like me and like 3 people, I was like, dude, this dude's gonna make it. Look at, he just, some people online, they sound like a robot. They sound like they're telling you something. It's so true. They don't sound like right. You're like, how am I gonna trust this guy? He's obviously he's reading off a script, and he's not being himself. Like, you can see that you're being yourself, and that you're like I said, your personality is contagious, man. People are drawn to you, and you can see it. And all the lifers know, man, you're really here to help people, and you're a great teacher. I mean, I can't say enough, man. It's really, like I said, it's been great watching you grow, and like, it's just, sky's the limit, honestly.
Dude, I'm just reading to see what's in the chat here. What people saying. Lifer asks that we don't use profanity on someone doing something foolish. The whole Illuminati stuff isn't real. I went down the rabbit hole and got delusional over it. It's a metaphor for the record labels who screw over artists selling their soul. Like, hey, man, and that's still the Illuminati, dude. Like, you know, like, get it? Like, it is if it isn't. Like, they don't want you to find it. Once you move to self-employment, owning your own biz, you realize how much more money there is in the world. Contracts versus the peanuts the employee gets paid. Yeah, like, you realize, like, yeah, the reptilians have the cities under Mr. Mount Shasta tunnels connecting to all their big cities. Hey, man, you know, anything is possible. They could pump anyone, any singer, put on repeat TV days. Yeah, exactly. Yep. They could create people.
Very true.
Success is an illusion nowadays, bro. Honestly, success is not, to me, success is whatever people feel, right? Someone might be a CMO and they're successful if they take someone to the top. Like, they might want to work with or for a CEO and be really good at that and be like, look, I've helped this person build an empire. Like, and that may be their destiny, right? Like in the Game of Thrones, like, his destiny was to be the right hand, like, not to be the king or the queen, but to be the right hand. And like, he played it well. Like, and sometimes that's just as honorable as being the king. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And honestly, it's about being happy too. It's like you want to do whatever feels good, whatever makes you happy. You want to surround yourself.
But my point is, you didn't have to be your own boss technically if helping someone else's company is what you would love to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that makes it happy, man.
But yeah, so like,
sweet floors. If you want to fucking work it, sorry.
Some dudes a pizza, but some dudes like swinging a pizza, right? I don't know what it is, but like,
makes it, the happy. You know, I've traveled all around the world, and some of the happiest people I've met have nothing. Literally have nothing. But they have their family. You know, they have their routine that they go through every day, and they're the happiest people I've ever seen in my life. So it's not all about money. It's not all about possessions and stuff like that. It's just whatever it is in life that makes you happy. Follow that path. And you can never go wrong. It really is. You know, we only have one life to live. Like, you got to live it to the fullest every day. And that's how I live. You know, every day I wake up, I go for my run, I go through my outline and my video. Like, I'm in my routine and I'm enjoying myself. And that's the biggest thing. And then we see dips in the market. You know, it's tough to see for sure. But that's not all life. That's not what life's all about. So you got to know, just, you know, go for a run, go outside, enjoy the sun. I mean, it's freezing here, but, you know, I'm still outside enjoying the, you know, nature, enjoying whatever I can, even though it's 6 degrees outside. But you got to find the joy in everything you do, you know?
Yeah. Well, this one guy said, he said, here's the reality. Chances of becoming a millionaire. 1 in 250 million to win the lottery. 1 in 250K to save 800 from the day they start working to retire. 1 in 1,000 to start a business. So 1 out of 1,000 business owners will become a millionaire from the business. I don't know if I'm getting that right. Or 1 in 1,000 people will start a business, become a millionaire. Yeah, 1 on 1,000 people will start a business, become a millionaire. And it's crazy.
It's crazy to think that $1 million is really that much money, but to people like us, like $1 million seems like I could do so much with that. I could make so much with that. You know, if I'd done what I did with what I had from the beginning, and then if I had $1 million and I could use it for what my brain thinks it could use it for, I could feel like I can make that $1 million into $1 billion.
This guy, you'll understand, Edvinson. He says, yeah, I have a house in Thailand, and the people that live around me have nothing, but they're the most happy people I've ever met. I was shocked, right?
That's where I was saying the happiest person I ever met was in Thailand. He had nothing. He had a little raggedy ass boat that he took us out fishing, and he took us back with his family, and we cooked the fish in his house, and it was like he was the happiest person I've ever met, and he had nothing. He literally had a raggedy boat and a little shack on the beach, and his family and his wife and his kids, they seemed like the happiest people I've ever seen. And like, it just showed me that it's not all about, like I said, it's not all about possessions and money. It's just about finding joy in life. It really is.
Well, I mean, my wife, like, she lost her grandmother who raised her. Today, I was like, you lost your mother. We were in a car today. I was like, because my wife was like, she was the one who told me I was smart and told me I was beautiful and told me there was no one smarter than me and I was the smartest girl. And like, she built me up. Like, she told me all the things that a parent would have told me, you know? And so I was like, that was your mother. She was like, it was my mother. I was like, you lost your mother. She's like, I lost my mother. Like, and it's sad though. And she said, you know, as much as I love my mom, I miss my dad so. I miss my grandma. She goes, I miss my dad so much more. She's like, my dad was just everything to me. And when she buried her grandma right next to her dad. She got to see, and it's like, she's kind of an orphan now. Like, she has an estranged mom that, like, she talks to, but, like she said to me, she's like, you know, we used to have a nice dinner, and, like, she's like, I used to tell people things that, like, you didn't want to hear. Like, I picked up someone from school, and we walked around the pond. Like, you already knew that. She's like, but I called my dad and be like, I walked around the pond with my wife and kid today. Like, she's like, I don't really have anyone, like, that knows me like that to tell these stories to anymore. Like, they're both gone, you know? And, it made me realize, like, people are everything we have, man. You know, people, like, I'm coming from a close death, like, and you know what's crazy is, though, I met my wife, she was taking care of her grandma. Like, I muscled this out of here, but, like, she was a real quiet girl, and I kept being like, she was definitely different than all the other girls. And I was going to St. John's, and these girls had money. They were getting into their daddy's BMWs from Long Island, and it was just like, you know, they're all wearing Christian Dior and all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, this Boston kid in New York City, like, just like, what is going on, you know? And, like, I meet this humble, beautiful girl, and, like, I eventually start talking to her, and she's like, I sleep on a mat, and I live in a room with my grandma. And I was like, you what? Like, and, like, instantly my mind was like, you marry this woman, like, you'll have the humblest, like, you'll have the greatest person. Like she has already knows humility. Like, she already shares her time. Like, she's not greedy. Like, there was so many implications when she told me that of who she was, like, and so, like, I like started really, like, probably married her in a reason, but started dating her because her grandma, because, like, so it's crazy when I think about it, like, and then her grandma was part of our relationship our whole life, and now her grandma was gone. So to me, it was almost like I didn't realize how attached I was to her grandma, or, you know, yeah. And when she on the phone, we were on a business meeting call, and, like, she grabbed the phone and she was like, she died, like, and I was like, and I just, like, just felt this, like, just weight of energy, just, like, and I had a tutoring session that day, and I had to tell the guy, like, listen, like, I just don't have it, like, I don't have it today, like, I had to move it to Friday. I was like, I don't have it, you know, like, and I remember putting it out to my group. I was like, you know, like, I love crypto's life and all that. I was like, but, like, today, like crypto isn't like life is life, like, you know, like, it's life, man, like these, like, I looked at charts and they made me sick for, like, 20 hours, like, because I was looking at them and I was just like, what is this? Like, I'm trying to make money to buy a boat or house, like, to fly, like, and I was just thinking of life, you know, and I was like, what the hell? Like, you know, it's a good wake up call to someone close to you to die in your family. You know, it's sad. You know, she lived a great life. She was probably 87, 90 years old.
Yeah, it always put things in perspective. I mean, you know, I lost my grandmother during the
just recently too, less than a year ago about now, like, right, around the same time.
And the worst thing about it was when it happened during, you know, the first couple of months of COVID. So we couldn't see her in the hospital. I couldn't see my grandmother, you know, the last days before she passed. And, you know, I don't want to get into, you know, the sadness of all this, but, like, it's just tough because you think about all the times you hung out with your grandmother, you hung out with your grandfather, whoever that passed, and it's just tough to not be able to see them in their final days before they pass. You know, and that's the toughest thing. It's like, you think about, you know, I never got to say goodbye and stuff like that. And it really, like you were saying, it just makes you think that, like, life's not all about money. It's like, it's about, you know, making those connections with your family and friends, and just, you know, sometimes it's good just to step back from, you know, crypto or whatever you're doing, and just, you know, like I said, enjoy life and enjoy the people around you. You know, it definitely puts things in perspective. Every time, and someone said in the chat, you know, traveling and going to these, like, a culture shock puts things in perspective. When I first went to Thailand, and it was the first place I went outside the country, and it was like the biggest culture shock I've ever been in, because I've never seen that type of poverty. I've never seen that type of, you know, culture that didn't need much to be happy. And it really, like I said, it put things in perspective. You know, and I think everybody should be traveling and seeing other cultures.
Hey, this guy Mel G I'm so sorry to cut you off. He said, where can we follow this nice guy?
Crypto MUSER channel on YouTube.
Let's throw that up there for a
Check
second.
me out.
Crypto MUSER on YouTube. Funny.
Recently known as XRP MUSER. Only the OGs know my my past name.
But yeah, I mean, it's and it was crazy to experience death like that as Bitcoin was experiencing death. Like, it was just like funny to me, right? It was like, what is going on here? You know, I was numb for a couple days, like completely numb. You know, in
That's what it does to you, for
in
sure.
that void. You know, in that void. Here's Crypto Muser's channel. Check him out. Putting out a video a day, pumping him out, doing his thing, continuously keeping you updated. If it's not a small short or if it's a bigger video, he's doing his thing. 6 hours ago, a day ago, 2 days ago, look, he's hitting it. He's hitting that
Every day I
algo.
try to put out a video about something. Usually it's about, because obviously I'm a big in XRP, so there's a lot of news on the SEC Ripple lawsuit every day. So it's like, it's tough to, you know, every day something new happens. So I would just want to keep my viewers updated with that. But I know a lot of people don't follow XRP, but, you know,
They
this
do on the
lawsuit has
low.
a lot
I
to do
think
with
everyone's somewhat slyly
think-
interested, even if they claim they aren't.
Well, I
It's-
think that more and more people just in crypto as a whole are starting to pay attention more because the SEC is really showing that, you know, they went after Michael Saylor now. They're going after, he's really, Gary Gensler's really coming after all of crypto. And this lawsuit with Ripple is really showing.
Isn't that funny, that Michael
they don't
Saylor
care.
article? Wasn't that hilarious? That was so funny. You think he's going to listen to that dude?
Right?
Michael Saylor's like, I did my accounting right. Like, you can leave me alone now. Like, you think he's really going to listen to that dude?
Let
Like,
me say one thing about the SEC. It's like,
what the? Hold on, sorry.
why go after, you see everybody that's on this channel right now, we see fraud and scams every day, right? We see it all over YouTube, we see it all over Twitter, we see it all over Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Yet the SEC goes after nothing of that. They come after Ripple, a company that's basically trying to change the world with crypto, doing it the right way. There's no fraud involved in this case. Like, why is the SEC stepping in, hurting investors when there's so much more bigger fish to fry? When there's scams and there's, you know, insider trading and all this stuff going on everywhere.
I mean, I know why, but honestly,
we all
I
know
can't
why,
say the reason. I don't want to say the reason why online, because it's like, it gets too, you know, it gets too into, you know, like something that but like, I think I pretty much know why. Like, and it gets pretty deep, and I'll leave a broad idea, but it has a lot to do with control and lack of, and they're trying to, put it like this, it's a battle. Everything is chess. It's a game of chess, or it's an army, right? Like, you have all these crypto developers and tech, and you have the SEC, and they don't know what the heck the other side is doing, right? And the second they put their foot down and put a regulation, these guys are gonna freaking write some tech around it. Like, they're gonna call it elastic DeFi, or they're gonna fucking, it spits a blah blah blah, and it does this and they're gonna be like, what the, and I think they're gonna be like, and so they're like, they don't want to put themselves in a box where they can't regulate what's around. So they're like, what the heck? They're like, so if we say exactly what we're gonna be doing, then they're going to outright us and get around. He's like, so we have to be vague and go over whoever we want whenever. Hey, you get it? Like, that's like kind of how it works.
Well,
you know?
that's why everything's by enforcement. So they're going to play it as they go. So each, company they go after, it's like, all right, you were doing this, we're coming after you. It's like, there's no like set rules. So it's like, everybody's kind of like, is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? And the SEC is like, no, that's not okay. You should have known this whole time, and we're going to sue you. It's like, give me a break, dude. Are you serious? So it's like, and especially like, I say it on my channel. I'm not afraid to say it, but the SEC has been ran by insider bankers.
See, I'm like afraid to say it. I don't say anything.
20
to
30 years.
I'm always like, I'm like afraid. I don't want to piss anybody off.
There was a New York Times article.
He did it. It was him.
Talking about how it was a revolving door of Goldman Sachs, people, attorneys from Goldman Sachs and all types of banks, and just going in and out from private sector back to the public sector, back and forth. And obviously they're just going to help each other out. So it's like, you really think they're going to regulate their friends and their recent employers? No, they're not.
No.
It goes like that in politics, it goes like that in every government agency. So it's nothing new. People act like this is like something new in politics and, in these government agencies. It's been going on for years, and it will be going on until we do something about it. We put the people in the right place, and we actually use our vote, right. And I say it every video that I put out. And I'll say it here on cryptolaw.com, right? You go to cryptolaw.com and you go to connect to Congress. you can write in 15 seconds. That's all it takes. And you can write it'll connect to your, wherever you're from in the States, it'll connect to your Congress people, your senator and your representatives. So whatever you want to write, whatever message, you plug in your name, your address, your zip code, write the message, and then hit send, and it sends it to, your 2 senators and your representatives automatically. So I ask anybody here who actually cares about crypto and cares about, the SEC's overreach, go cryptolaw.com and go to connect to Congress. Like it's one of the only weapons we have against these powers. We need Congress to finally, set an investigation against the SEC and actually, pass some real regulation, or we're going to be, I'm just telling you guys, the SEC is not stopping after Ripple. They're coming after ADA. Like I say, if your favorite crypto, they're coming after. He went on, who's Cramer, Jim Cramer? Went on Jim Cramer the other day and basically said everything's a security. Everything. Every cryptocurrency is security in the eyes of the SEC, basically. So guys, all I'm saying is we got to use the only power we have is to write or call or tweet at, our Congress people, because they hear us. They've been hearing us for sure. And that's my rant.
John Deaton, man, going hard for us too, man. We got some people
for real, dude. And like John Deaton, he says it every time. He's not like big on Ripple. He's not really big on XRP. But when he saw this lawsuit coming again, he owns XRP, and he was like, he said it after he read the
I mean, also these constitutionalists, people that have been for the people, by the people, like that's their duty, and like they don't differentiate between SEC. You know what I'm saying? To them, it's like people are getting hurt, like people aren't getting represented properly, like
I give it to this guy John Deaton, man. He's doing this for free. He's literally pro bono fighting for XRP holders. But he's also fighting for all of crypto because he says it. He's like,
I think he cares about America, man. He cares about the Constitution. He cares about people.
He owns a lot of cryptos, and he saw the lawsuit. He's like, the SEC is literally hurting investors. They're literally going against, the real thing that they're supposed to do is protect investors, and they're literally hurting millions of investors around the world. It's just unbelievable. It's just like, it like boggles my mind every day that, this is what the SEC is doing, because it makes zero sense.
I love the SEC. I think they're great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send them a bouquet later today. It was this guy.
This is my personal opinion. This is not, the
views of the channel. User. Love those guys. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. I just wanted to kind of bring someone else's perspective in there, so you can see it's not just me being positive too, despite the bearishness of the market. The Muser. And over and out, Crypto Muser.
Peace, lifers. Love you guys.
What's up, guys? Crypto Muser here.
Bang. All right, everyone. We're going to look at Bitcoin one more time, and then I'm out of here for the night. We did break 35K as suggested. We didn't make that previous high. Starting to dump on the 1 hour. Let's see what can happen. Your keys to the idea of what could or could not happen is to build a flag. This is your flag for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can keep the flag alive while we reset on the 1 hour stochastics RSI, then you could be in for a flip with the 4 hour, and all may be somewhat tiny bit bullish. I'm still not going to tell you we're, overall, but the idea behind this would be a push to the upside. This would negate the short that I believe we may be able to play off tonight. We'll see. This could break down and end up somewhere down here. I believe this may be the case for a break to the downside. So I'm playing this probability. It doesn't have to happen. If we end up flagging out, I'll close my short, and I'll look at this tomorrow and see what the flag is looking like. Thank you so much for everyone for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. I'll see you all tomorrow for Bitcoin's weekly candle close, Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Be there, be square. Peace, be safe.